If you know Real Housewives of Durban, then you know Nonku Williams, a true diva, drama starter. Honey, a bag of bones can never go unseen where Nonku Williams is concerned. We see you, Nonku, because you know how to move and you know how to play the victim, but there are so many other things that you have done to spice up the show, and really, I wonder if you are wearing the producer cap. Nonetheless, do join me and Sia as we break down the character that is Nonku Williams and all the drama that she's bringing already on season 3.
Hello everybody, my name is Nonku Williams from the Real Housewives of Durban. Welcome to season 3.
Durban is getting hotter.
No.
Pop Culture Reality Podcast with Nelly and Sia.
Welcome everybody to the podcast.
Welcome. I'm so excited. We're talking about Miss Nonku Williams, and I love the intro because you told us exactly what Miss Nonku has been doing for the Real Housewives of Durban and what she actually continues to do. So we're going to be talking about the many dynamics in the show, all her relationships, and how she dealing with interactions in this season.
Yeah, Nashem, she's full of drama. She's full of drama. And one thing about Nonku is that she will bring the drama and still uphold her class. You know, she's a very classy lady. That's what I like about her. So even though she brings the drama, she still takes care of Nonku, you know. So I like how you mentioned Uguti will be breaking down all these types of things that she brings to the table, because she is quite an interesting character, that she knows how to play the victim very well. That's why most of the time she gets away with the drama that she causes on the show. So this season already, she's shaking the boat. Yes, rock the boat like busy. Like Nonku already started on poor sleep.
How are you feeling? It's not a good feeling to be in a position that Enghambe that day on. Oh, you didn't say, can you find me a man? Yeah, you did say that, friend. I'm done. Where's my sister? I think I'm out. I would have expected you to have my back. When I walked out, you did not budge. Just sit there with your friends, and the discussion about me continued. Definitely Nonku stabbed me in the back. That showed me where your loyalties lie. And this showed me that you are not who I thought you were. To me. Because it feels like it was premeditated. What? Premeditated? Girl, you give me too much credit. Hey, Bo.
Literally, it's Slee's first time at the rodeo. Nonku was meant to like settle Slee, help Slee to settle. And I feel like Nonku was just like, you wanna bumba? You wanna chill with the big boys? Let's go.
I feel like also in high school, when you do grade 8, they do an initiation, right, into the school. You don't just walk in and become part of the school. And I think that's what Unonku's trying to do, like to create these things, boundaries that are put there deliberately, to see if you can really survive this type of pressure, because I think she's the kind of lady who's learned the game and who looks up to American reality TV stars quite a lot. And she's very calculated. That we have to admit, guys. Look at what she did to Slee. So for those of you who have not seen this yet, Nonku invites Slee over, invites Jojo over, and invites Sorisha over, right? And she and Jojo cuddle up on the couch and making everybody feel weird and awkward, because here they are, these two BFFs out of nowhere, cuddling up on the sofa, and there are two other guests just sitting, and they don't know each other. Number one, they've never met. It's the first time they're meeting, and they're meeting where love is in the air, quite literally. And crazy things start being mentioned. Nonku really knows how to rock the boat. Usli Musha.
Yeah, she's new and she's her friend. But the one thing about Nonku is that I've never known her to be a good friend. She wasn't a good friend to that lady who introduced her to the show. Because after she got the peach or the stolo, that lady was out. And that lady was like, I want nothing to do with all of you, with all of this. She
And that
ran.
lady was Sorish's friend, right?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
The German cat lady.
Yes.
Mm.
Because there was something there. Remember the first PR photos that came out? She was definitely one of the wives in the season.
Really? So she was
Yes.
definitely going to be a wife.
Yes. And Nonku was meant to be friends of the show. That's how it was in the first episode. But she rocked the boat. She said, thank you, my friend, for inviting me to that. And let me just rock the boat real quick.
Wow. So she snatched them collar from the poor lady.
Yes.
Damn.
And that lady has never been mad at a girl. Like, I invited you. It was going to be about all of us, introduction and everything.
I've
And
never been mad at a girl.
You really stared the whole season. That's what Miss Nonku. She strikes while it's still very hot. Very early in the game. That's what she does. Mabusi. What did she do to Mabusi?
She denied Mabusi just like Judas.
Peter.
Peter denied Jesus 3 times. She denied Mabusi about 7 times. And she felt like, oh my God, Mabusi, I don't know you like that. But Mabusi later made it clear on a podcast. So she made it clear that yes, she and Nonku were not friend, you know, friend like that. But of the producers asked her, do you know any of these women? And she said, I know Nonku because there was nobody else that I knew. And only to find that Nonku doesn't remember the lady. Honey, I don't even know you. Because she kept saying, you're from where? If I know you from where then? So I guess I'll give it to Nonku to say she didn't really know about Mabusi. Okay. She didn't remember her.
But also she's like cutthroat. It's like she doesn't give you a chance. She doesn't say, oh, okay, let's just be friends so I can usher you in and settle you in.
Friends for who? Nonku is on a mission.
Has never been a good friend. So also Slee, the narrative of friendship, just know that Nonku would crush it down.
Yeah.
As quick, and she can go with you, like you can go through the process and everything, but once the cameras start rolling,
she will throw you under the bus.
Hey!
And then drag the train over to come run you over again. That's how she is. Like, you know how Slee is so shocked. She can't believe her life right now. Like, she thought she'd be part of the show and it would be nice. But Slee has already dropped her tears, bruh. She's the first person to really, like, besides Londi London, right, to cry because she's broken by the show or a scene in the show, you know?
It's not a good feeling to be in a position that enghambe that day.
That was like, that was intense, right?
It was.
Hey.
Hey.
But let's go back to the reality beast that is Miss Nonku Williams, right? She also has now a big issue with Annie, and I think it started years ago from the first season, but it was still kind of light, and then it emerged in the second season where we saw that they were very hostile to each other, quite below the belt with the things that they used to say to each other. I used to think that they were quite catty watching season 2, and now in season 3, orchestrating machine called Nonku Williams decides to put the bones aside from the dinner that they attended. That was Sorish's opening event at the Oceans Mall, I believe. And she got VIP, but she was not put on the upper table, right? If you know the upper table, because I know the upper table as an MC is quite important, and I always sit there with the top guests, right? That's what the upper table is. So she was not put on the upper table, and I suspect that Jojo's husband was not put on the upper table as well, because Annie allegedly went to Nonku and tapped her on the shoulder and said, Sisi, please get off my husband's seat. So Nonku just looked at her and then mized her and then looked away. And then Annie's like, excuse me, that's my husband's seat. Then Nonku's argument is that, well, George's husband, I almost said Anton. Is it Anton?
No,
Anton.
I don't know what
We'll find out. So George's husband was like the one who gave me his chair, because Jojo made him give me his chair. And I'm just like, is this even like high school? What is going on? Like, what is this? What am I hearing?
And they're actually talking, they're not even talking about Jojo's husband. They're talking about they say he's a husband because he's gay.
Oh, it's not even Jojo's husband.
It's not Jojo's husband. It's that guy who gave Nonku his seat, apparently.
So that guy didn't have a seat. That's what I'm trying to say to you. That was Jojo's, because even like, I thought it was Jojo's husband. That person, Jojo's plus one, didn't have a seat. Jojo is the one that Nonku should be mad at, because Jojo made Nonku sit on a chair that she knows very well was not preserved for her. It was reserved for Annie's husband. And they had to cause Annie to come at a girl. And now they want to paint this narrative that Annie is a bully who takes people off chairs. And that's what I was saying about Nonku, that sometimes she makes me feel as if she concocts these scenes and she doesn't think about the impact that it will have on people's reputations, you know?
I think she does come in hot. She really strikes when it's hot. And she always like directs the season, actually, with her concoctions. But remember when like Kongo went and met Nonku's mom to go, I don't know, to have a relationship with Nonku's mom. And it was almost like she was pleading, like, please let your child know that I'm a good person and she mustn't do this. Please, mom, talk to your child. Because she's
coming on so strong. Like, she's concocting like crazy.
Kongo really had to go and ask Nonku's mom to, like, talk to Nonku. Because what was that thing where that Kongo took Nonku's mom out?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, weird.
Yeah.
But then now, in hindsight, I'm like, damn.
But that, sorry to off track a bit, but that's the kind of thing like Kongo also likes to do. She's a very respectful Zulu woman, so she respects the elders. Even the way she speaks to Nonku's mom, she was the one who would always give such charm. And also she would go and help Annie cook and do a traditional mqomboti, because she wants to empower her with the Zulu tradition. So she was very cultural and rooted. But I think I understand that part, but at the same time I understand that Lakongo is not a fool. That I see also she did go to just polish out things a bit, to say, please, mama, please, I beg you. So Nonku is quite deep if you think about it in that sense. And I don't understand what's going on with Slee, Nonku, and Jojo's husband. We'll put Jojo as well in the mix because she's affected. Clearly, she's affected. Clearly, with all the drama she's been causing about it, she is affected. And she made Slee cry. Jojo, naughty man. But guess who's the trouble starter in all of this? Nonku Williams. Nonku Williams.
And she went like, I'm not in all of this. I'm not in all of this. What are you guys talking about? And then she went there and then she said, yes, you said that. And it's like, what? You are in all of this, babes.
She's really a fire starter. She's very determined to produce, to concoct, to come up with storylines. So, but now with this Slee situation, I was thinking that maybe Slee could be dishonest about what she said and how she said it, because Jojo's husband backed up what Nonku told Jojo. But I felt like there was a concoction that was happening. The conspiracy theorist in me said, what does Slee know? What has Slee noticed that Jojo has not noticed? That now this new lie is being developed to distract. So if the lies don't stop, a lot of things are going to get messy, like in Potomac. We are going to see a replay of Real Housewives of Potomac because of the lies and the producing and the concoctions that people are creating on the sides. People are turning into your Giselle. People are turning into your Robin. It's nasty. I don't like it when women pair up like that.
Right? That is so true.
At the demise of other women. Not nice.
That's true. That's deep, actually. So, yeah, they need to really... I think Nonku is more dangerous than we realize.
The word dangerous. What do you mean, though? Because dangerous is broad.
I mean, she's willing to go there with you. She's the person who told us all the narrative about Sfiso Ngwan and Ayanda Ngwan. And she's the one who said, pay up.
You just made me realize of something that I'll tell you after you tell me about the mom.
Yeah, the mom came on the show and told Ayanda Ngwani that she better pay up. And the father, the Williams father, said, I'm standing here on behalf of the Williams father, and he's saying, please, because he's really angry. He's saying, please, can the money be brought? Remember,
I
right?
remember.
Reunion.
And Ayanda cried. She cried, and I was so heartbroken. And Pope was sitting there, Ayanda's brother, like on that, what is this? But I think they don't like drama as a family, because now I would have stayed and came back with the second season to make sure I put people in their place.
Yes.
Because I feel like the way they did it is like they made Ayanda seem irresponsible culturally, which is not true. It's just that some things suit them better and they want to exercise them better. Like that gaslighting energy, I don't like it when people use certain cultural things to get what they want. You know, there are ways to negotiate the next step. You don't ambush people on a show and demand so much from them, you know.
Fela, I know I can't spare. She can spare the details, and because even Ayanda was saying, like, this person has never spoken about it ever. She's never given any problems or anything. But this one time where the whole world is watching is when she will talk about it.
Because why? Because she likes the attention and she likes being tricky and she likes mixing things in the background. DJ Nonku. Change my levels. So yeah, it's a lot. You know, I think I just want to say that on the note of Nonku Williams, I think at some point, people who really like you would like to see you become more at ease as a woman. Before we close the topic on Nonku Williams, I just wanted us to also tackle one of the main things that are happening with her this season, which is her celibacy. And you were telling me that she's had her celibacy now for like a year.
Yes, so she's been celibate for a year and she's throwing a party to celebrate that. And while she's doing that, she's also introducing a love interest in the mix. So I think she was, I guess the year was for her to maybe attract
Mm.
yeah,
A man. So the first man that came after that year of waiting would be the one then
Yes.
that she allows to take her celibacy.
Yes, which I think, you've gotten this far, you can go further. I would think,
If there's no man, if this man is not 100% what I'm looking for as a person,
Yes.
I won't force issues just because he ticks so many other boxes.
I won't define the outcome of the celibacy to say at the end of the celibacy I must have a man. I'll say this celibacy is teaching me, more about myself and how to take time to get to know someone and all of that. It's like you're just choosing what the syllabus is gonna teach you instead of
Waiting for the
waiting.
lesson.
Yes. So I think I would say that's what happened with her.
Okay. A girl is controversial. She is full of drama and she does show us that she's the kind of person who can push boundaries, but nonetheless, she's still beautiful, talented, and has businesses, and she's doing a great job in making sure some people who lurk are able to receive things like homes and furniture and food and all those wonderful things that we see her do on social media. However, she's not above discussions, especially when it comes to social media and pop culture and reality, because that's where we are right here on Pop Culture Reality, making sure we break down everything that you watch, everything you consume, because that's what we do. So, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Love you.
Love you. See you again some other time. Remember to
Like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us what you think about Miss Nonku Williams and about today's episode.
bye, you guys. See you again soon.
Pop Culture Reality Podcast with Nelly and Sia.